All right, everybody, welcome back to the Direct Response Podcast. On today's show, we have Asier Alonso. He is an e-commerce operator and founder, and he's going to share with us his journey and things that he's learned switching from e-commerce to direct response and the success he's had. So Asier, thank you so much for coming on. It's great to have you here and to have this chance to talk to you.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you. It's exciting being here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's begin by just a quick background. Why don't you tell me about yourself and your journey in e-commerce, how you switched to direct response, and what the process has been like for you?
Yeah. So I started early on when I started university. Second year, I took a gap year and I started SMMA, which was it was the hot thing at the time. And it didn't work for me because it didn't suit my personality. So I'm very very shy. So I didn't like cold calling, working, doing meeting stuff. So that lasted 3 months. Later, I went back to university because I thought there was no other way to make money online. So yes, get a job. Last year of college, I got an internship at a supplement brand, but it was very small startup. We were 2 interns, hired another intern who ran the marketing, and they scaled within 2 months, 10x. This really works. Ecom really works. So why don't I start my own thing? Saved up the money. Within 1 year, I tried to launch my own supplement brand. And it didn't work because I used UGC, a lot of things, and didn't work until in the group. Which,
so that's when you discovered direct response, VSLs, funnels.
So that year that I launched, they fired me from where I work because they got funding, so they hired other people. And I found about Paul Nicholas 2 interviews with Alex, and there I started I saw the guy scaling so much and mentioning direct response, funnels, affiliates, all of these running offers instead of selling products, running offers. And I started within Twitter following him, following other affiliates and stuff, and learning a lot about direct response. And one day, a guy on Twitter, he DM'd me. He told me, hey, check this Fernando guy on YouTube. He has very cool guides. He actually told me, I watched the breakdown. I swapped my product within the structure, the VSL structure, and my ROAS is 3x. So you should try it. Follow the same guideline, the same structure, hire this video editor that I use, and you're going to print.
Amazing. So he gave you the whole playbook.
Yeah, crazy. But it's funny because I watched the video and I was, no, another guru trying to sell me something, bro. I'm not going to do this thing. And I was procrastinating a lot until, we placed another order for the supplements for Black Friday. And I was down to the last 500 euros on the business account and 200 in my personal account.
Wow.
Credit card. Yeah, bro. It was, I had to make it work. And right there, if I don't know how to create good ads that convert, I didn't even know how to write a script.
Yeah.
What it was, not even for UGC. I remember I went to a startup conference thing where if I won, I will get 2k euros funding for the business. I didn't won, and I had to sleep in a hotel right there with the 200 euros to take out personal account. So got back from there. Joined the group and spent the whole day working, and at night from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. watching all the calls within the within the group, all the calls and the breakdowns. So what's working now? All of those breakdowns to see how everything works. Watching the breakdown, understanding the structures, and you broke down very well, and you said it very well. You have to find and to follow a structure. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to follow a structure.
Yeah.
After around 10 days, 10 days is what took me, because I spent a whole week building the funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Not the smartest thing to do, but I had no money. And I used the credit card to run the ads, the credit card. And the first day we made 1K. I remember,
Nice.
you remember I was sending you all the screenshots.
Yeah.
1K.
Amazing. What a story, man. So you were on your last dollar and you made it work.
Bro, I was looking to get into jobs, and there weren't any jobs of what I studied. So I was looking to deliver food with a bike.
Wow.
It was either that or
What a story.
for the
Well, now
BSLs.
let's fast forward a little bit to
Yeah.
where you're at now. So we got where you started and the transition point. So tell us if you're comfortable sharing what kind of numbers you're doing, but in general, what are you up to now in terms of your business? Do you have multiple offers? Are you selling supplements or are you selling physical products? What does your business look like today?
So right now we switched from the supplements to drop shipping offers. We started with gadgets, but as I told you, the story type BSLs, I wasn't able to make different BSLs. So having different variety in the ad account. So now we are keeping the gadgets scaling, but I'm not launching that many BSLs for that. So we are doing 3.5K per day with that, around 35% margin net profit.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, and I wanted to focus on health products because you have more angles and different kind of BSLs. You have education, personal story, or personal story UGC where you can explain the mechanism.
Yeah.
You have the story type BSL too, so you can write so many variations that you have more possibility to make it work.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. So it seems like things went well for you and you ended up figuring it out and you have a good baseline now. So now tell me, Asier, what are some of your main skills when it comes to you as a founder? I know you have a business partner. So what are your main areas of expertise, both tactically, like is it media buying, video review, or copywriting, and then just in general, the way you think, the way you operate as a business owner?
Yeah, so I started with, like, naturally I'm very good at operations, but my partner didn't know anything. So I had to learn all the marketing and BSLs, and I had to delegate the operation that teach everything to my partner, which he's naturally inclined to operations and numbers. So we are both similar, but I'm open to learning new things and getting into marketing. So right now, I write the BSLs. We have very good systems that we learn from the group and the people in the group who are very, like, they share a lot of tactics and they share a lot. So yeah, I write the scripts, do the briefs, and we have a very nice system for the editors.
Nice. So tell me about, when it comes to your business right now on the tactical level, you're using VSLs and you're using funnels. What does that look like? How long are your VSLs and what does your funnel look like? Is it a 3-step funnel? Is it on Shopify? Is it on Funnelish? How do you structure it?
No, for the funnels, we moved to Funnelish since joining like the group. Mind you, I was like getting with Shopify, I already had bundles, but I was getting around 40 euro AOV. Once the funnel and the BSL, boom, 80, 100 euro
Wow.
on the front end, not even considering the upsells.
Wow.
I wasn't doing upsells.
Same product?
No, it was another one, but the BSL, the advertorial, gives more trust. So people are willing to pay more, buy more units.
100%. Amazing. So you had a big boost in AOV when you implemented funnels and VSLs. And now going forward, what does your plan look like? Are you going to be running more offers? Do you want to build a brand? What are you thinking in the next few months?
We started with cash flowing with a lot of offers, but we realized it was very slow for the current team, and it was easier to scale one offer, health needs, in different countries, and grow the team with that. And later we want to focus like on more like a kind of Nuru type brand where you are drop shipping, using direct response, but you are branding all the products.
So it's kind of like a hybrid approach is what you're going for.
Yeah. And later on, we haven't decided this, but probably exit and get into new vendors.
Amazing. Amazing. So now I want to talk about when it came to your journey. So how long ago did you really get into direct response? How long? About a year ago, I think?
No.
Less?
Months. I got like in the group, I joined the group in December, early December.
Okay.
Until now. Like I knew about direct response, but there's nothing out there teaching it unless you pay. You have to join the groups in order to learn. So this was my first and only group that I joined about direct response, and I learned everything. Like you learn the breakdowns, and then you start breaking down yourself, and that's how you learn. You actually explain that in a YouTube video. You have to break down every day.
Yes, 100%. So you've probably become a much better copywriter now, even in just 6 months. So during that 6 months, tell me about, because I think a lot of the people watching are going to want to hear about some of the specific details about what did you struggle with? What were the main bottlenecks? What were the things that really you had to figure out and break through to get to this level where you're at now, doing 6 figures a month? What were those big bottlenecks on the way up?
Okay, the first one was switching from COD to dropshipping, but most people are not gonna do COD. I don't
Yeah.
recommend it anyway. That you actually told me you are focusing too much time on operations and you have to focus just on marketing. So focus on marketing and switch to dropshipping. Made the switch and it was more consistent and scalable.
Nice.
Second was meta bans. Yeah, a lot of bans early on, like February, March. Fix that with Brandon within the group too. He helped me out. He spent like 1 month fixing that. After
You
that,
you redid your whole Facebook infrastructure.
yeah, I didn't have it. Like it was my personal account, and
Yeah.
from there we redid everything. Then all the processes were super slow because everything was relying on me, and I was the bottleneck.
Mm.
You made me realize that, like everyone on the group and you with the weekly calls, you made me realize you have to delegate, and you have to like not only delegate but have a system.
Yeah.
So I had a very simple system with Notion, like a Kanban style board. Taught that to my video editor. And yeah, within like 2-3 months, the video editor, when this was very high level to pull, like hiring a proper video editor. He didn't know anything, but he really wanted to learn. So within 2 months, he already knew how to properly edit the BSLs. And right now, for example, we are launching around 1 BSL every day if we have all the content. So if we have all the libraries, same product, just making iterations, 24 hours. And if it's something new, maybe 2-3 days, because it needs
Amazing.
more time for the content.
Amazing. And then on the other side of that, so those are the bottlenecks that you overcame, a lot of them through creating simple systems to get yourself out of the,
Yeah.
the flow of the day-to-day stuff. What about the things that worked really well for you? What were the things that you implemented that just took everything, to the next level?
Yeah, like the biggest levers.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it was breaking down, being good at copywriting, writing the BSLs. It's gonna take time. You have to be patient. Doing that, and yeah, I mean, pretty simple. Like following all the steps to write a proper BSL, and yeah, and delegating so you can make more content faster, and so the feedback loop is faster.
Mm-hmm.
And you can create more VSLs faster.
Amazing. Yeah, it's all about the VSLs.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, something we got it fixed within 1-2 weeks, but we started to get a lot of refunds, and we talk about that. And you told me you have to track all the refunds and things that happen with the CS team. You have to track everything, find the reason of the refunds, and fix that. Once that's fixed, boom, less refunds, better margins. That's it.
Awesome. And then when it comes to creative testing, because that's really the main engine behind this growth, right? Making sure you're testing high quantity and high quality of VSLs and variations. What does your creative testing process look like? How many people are involved in that? And do you have any systems for managing that? And what are they?
So normally what we do is I already break down different brands. Right now, health, in the health needs. I already break them down. And after that, I find what works and I rewrite the BSLs. So I try to combine different parts of each BSL and rewrite them. Once that is like the everyday, once the BSL is like the script is written, we create the project or the brief for the video editor. He grabs that and finishes does the video editing.
Mm-hmm.
For the research, normally when I find a new product, I research the angle or the pain it's trying to fix, or we are trying to, and not fix, but help. And yeah, like find the mechanism of the product, how it helps with that pain, and understand the pain deeply.
Nice.
And yeah, researching a lot of forums. So instead of reviews, I love reading forums because they speak about their personal story, and everyone, like, they interact with each other.
Yeah.
You see what they tried, what they didn't try, what they are considering trying to fix the product. And like I was seeing, no, I'm considering 21K surgery. Another girl tried the surgery, said it didn't work. Another one was recommending like a 1K product, and it was like, this is gold mine. I can make it.
Yeah. And so that's a golden nugget right there, using forums. And which forums do you like specifically?
Oh no, for like the markets, for example, Reddit is very nice.
Yeah.
But you have to go, at least for us in Europe, you have to go deeper. So Reddit is like for people that know Reddit exists. But if you are trying to sell to older people, I don't know in US, but at least in Europe, they don't know about Reddit. So you have to search the term and the forum, and you'll get niche exact forums for that pain. And that's
So
where
you'll search up something like knee pain or knee arthritis forum.
Yeah.
And then you'll find these super niche forums.
Yeah. And then you go into the forum and you research within the forum all the threads. Maybe
Amazing.
if you have to create an account, if you have to, like.
Yeah. And that's how you're coming up with a lot of your new angles and your new messaging for hooks and leads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Amazing. So that's your creative testing process. When it comes to your upsells, that can be a really big lever for a lot of people. It can double your AOV. It can double your profit margin. What are you doing in terms of upsells? Have you gone deep into that? And if so, what have you seen?
No, I haven't gone deep into them. Like I've only done the without BSLs. Like yeah.
So like a simple one-click upsell.
Yeah, simple one-click upsells. But normally it's depending on the product. Because if it's a product that they are gonna buy once, you're not gonna sell more of that. So you want to find like complementary products. But
okay, got it.
Yeah.
Now, for someone that is just starting out, maybe in the position that you were in a few months ago, right, when you were at your last dollar and you were just getting into, running your own e-commerce business, what would you recommend to someone like that? Someone who's starting out, someone who's ambitious, who wants to make it work, who's willing to put in the work and to learn. How would you recommend they get started, and what approach should they take?
I think they have to learn copywriting and direct response. Like that's the best way of marketing. There's a lot of people that don't understand that. They are doing great numbers, but that's not the best way to go about it. So before joining the group, I watched all of your breakdowns on YouTube and understood. Maybe try to apply those if you can. If you are capable of using the free content, try to apply it. If not, join the group for 1 month. That was my plan, actually. Joining the group for 1 month and leaving. Making money and leaving the group. But yeah, join the group, go over the breakdown, because it took me, I think within 2-3 days of solely doing that, you can go over the whole course and launch the offers. If you, for example, if you want to save cash, maybe do a product research before joining of direct response products that actually help avoid or fix one pain. And so once you join, you learn how to advertise those products. So you already made the product research and you are not wasting time within that. Also, don't waste too much time doing product research. Just do it, obviously, but don't spend 1 week. Join the group, learn about the course, launch BSLs, and that's it. You can get
Amazing.
And you get all the, like, if you ask a question, someone's gonna help you out within the group.
Maybe Asier will help you out.
Maybe.
All right. Well, Asier, I appreciate all of that. We covered most of what I wanted to cover. I think that there's been a lot of tactical insights and also sharing your journey, I think is going to inspire a lot of people, especially who are in those early stages, to see what's possible when you actually have a strategy and you really execute it. So the last thing I wanted to ask you about, we've talked a lot about the group. I didn't ask Asier to do that. He's just a very successful member of it. So the last thing is, if you can summarize, the main things you learned from it, from the school community, from Ecom Blueprint, and just give your thoughts on it. Just your honest thoughts. You don't have to say nice things if you don't want to.
No, don't worry. So the first one is obviously direct response and BSLs. You're going to learn everything, but that's the first thing. You're going to understand how to drive traffic and get sales. But in order to scale within the group, what I learned that's super valuable was the operating the business and being able to delegate, hire proper people, having the systems, and scaling the business with profit. Important.
Yeah. Amazing. And again, yeah, you said you have pretty high margin, 30-35%. So that comes down to really good operations as well as good advertising. So you're executing well. Well, Asier, my friend, if somebody wants to reach out to you, where can they do that? Do you have the social media that you prefer them to reach out on?
Yeah, I'll leave my Twitter account in the comments of the podcast.
I'll put it in the description. So it'll be in the description of this video.
I send it to you and they can DM me there. Tell me, hey, I come from the podcast, and ask me any question.
Amazing. All right, Asier, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, my friend, and take care.
Pleasure. Take care, bro.
Goodbye.
Bye.